You know, what is it with social justice warriors, feminists, and their obsession with what men think about women in their heads and what they want to do to them in the comforts of their own bedrooms? And look, nothing more than this article. I hope you die from yellow fever. Now, what does she mean by yellow fever? Does she mean the yellow fever that is, well, a fever that can kill you? Or does she mean yellow fever, Asians, or more specifically, Asian women? Yellow fever was once a potential fatal virus. Now it's a potential fatal social concept. Yeah, it's not like that thing has been around for a long time and was once used by white people in fear of interracial relationships between yellow men and white women, and vice versa. Although maybe not really vice versa, but I don't think they approved of it nonetheless. But yeah, that's what that probably was about originally. I mean, so much so that in England they actually tried to deport, and did succeed in deporting, fathers and men of mixed race kids. I think that was in Liverpool and a lot of the port towns mostly. But yeah, they did do that. Now, let's get to the article, shall we? Because why is it that I want to know before we get there is, this is by a Caressa Wong, and we'll get to that in a little while about what she looks like. But why is there someone who is called an angry queer Asian obsessed with what men care about? You're a lesbian. Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course, a queer, a lesbian, right? Or bi, I don't know. Of course she feels threatened, because men, well, we're competition, even though we're only after the straight girls or the bi girls. Lesbians, we don't know until they tell us. So yeah, why are you so threatened, girl? But hey, well, let's continue. Nowadays, the term refers to the hordes of people that fetishize Asian people sexually and romantically. So you can't even feel romantic love to these people without being ashamed of fetishizing them. And so what? A fetish is a fetish. A fetish, unless it's paedophilia and necrophilia and stuff like that, is harmless. It's not going to do anything to you, and that means that that person likes you. I mean, so what if it's because of your race? So what? That's only one of many reasons why they could like you. But whatever. Apparently this is a bad thing. Apparently interracial love is a bad thing unless it's a particular argument they want to make, like diversity, multiculturalism. But let's continue. We see this occurring most between white men and Asian women. And yes, it really does have an impact. Yeah, loads of babies are being born because of it. And white men aren't getting with white women, and Asian women aren't getting with Asian men. So yeah, I guess that is the impact. But I guess you have a completely different idea of what this impact actually is, right? God, it could be alt-right, couldn't it? If you've gotten to a point where all your suitors are coming at you because they've decided to stuff you into their little Asian wife box, it starts to hurt a lot. Why would it hurt? Why would you not want a little Asian wife? I would want a little Asian wife. I mean, why not? Hardworking, mostly intelligent. I'm not saying all of you are intelligent or hardworking. I'm saying most of you are hardworking, intelligent, independent, can do what you need to do, and most of all, you're caring. Most of you, you're caring. You care a lot about the family. It's very family-oriented culture, along with the hard work. Why would you not find that attractive? Why would you not? Compared to a lot of these rich bourgeois white women, I think you can see why white men would go for that. But any man, black men love Asian women. Everybody loves Asian women because of those traits that are traditionally and stereotypically associated with them, and the men as well. To be fair, the men also are hardworking and intelligent and do all these things. But let's continue. It manifests on all different levels, big to small. Sorry, big to small. Even when I post a selfie somewhere, some white John Doe always likes it. Well, duh, he's a man. And you'll see a picture in a minute. It's not her. That's that YouTuber who's a fucking idiot. Like, look, yellow fever is when the only prerequisite for me to become your potential partner is the colour of my skin. That's cheap. That's offensive. You're an arsehole. Go away. Yeah, and you can read these men's minds. And why is it always white men when black men also like Asians? And other Asian men like Asian women and stuff like that? Why? Why is it the white man that's getting all the blame when black men Also, can't help but love that lowly pussy. But come on, let's continue. Oh dear. I can't help but feel a little disgusted. Yeah, men liking your pictures because they find you attractive. How disgusting. Of course, white people are capable of having good intentions and being innocuous, but there's a part of me that's been socially conditioned to question if they see me or just sees an Asian girl. Yeah, you are the one that's been socially conditioned, not them. They see an attractive young lady, well, in their opinion, but I don't believe that they actually are. Maybe they're your friends, but anyway, who cares? So, you're socially conditioned to question if they see you as a person or not. That's on you. You're the one who's been brainwashed. That's not on them. It's projection, people, pure and simple. What am I going to say? On a larger scale, it shows by way of romantic interests. The most disgusting set of phrases you could ever utter to me are, I love Asians, I'm only attracted to Asians, I had an Asian girlfriend once. How is that disgusting? To say that I love Asians, I'm only attracted to Asians, I had an Asian girlfriend once. How is that in any way disgusting? That should be positive. That's interracial love, right? This person likes you. Yeah, because of your race, but that's not a bad thing, is it? At least it's not hate. I love how these people don't like you to hate other races, but at the same time don't want you to love any other races, and at the same time they want you to appreciate their lived experiences as a race, but it's a social construct. So can you at least pick one avenue to be consistent on, please? And then she goes, or any other variant. So basically you can't be positive to you in any way about anything that you are. Okay, well what if I said you're an ugly, annoying little prick who just wants to demonize people for what they like? Would you like that instead? That tells me a couple of things. First of all, it tells me that you didn't really give a shit about that Asian girlfriend. Yeah, you can read their minds. You can definitely go and tell exactly how they cared about their girlfriend, you know. But let's continue. Well, what the fuck is an Asian girlfriend? A girl who's Asian, who's the girlfriend of somebody else. What ethnicity is Asian? I'm Chinese, and you think that dating, say, a Korean or Filipino person somehow qualifies you to be my significant other, then you really have to pay more attention to anything you might have learned while being with that person at all. Oh, Asian on Asian racism. Don't you love it? If our race is your kink, you better take a step back and reevaluate. No. No, I won't. I will not be shamed for the kinks that I have. I like Asian girls. I myself have Asian ancestry in me. Indian, if you want to know. And I don't care. I'm going to like Asian girls, because Asian girls are hot. Asian girls are desirable. Are white people going around telling other white people, oh, I've dated a white person before? Whenever someone tells me they like Asian girls, all it does for me is conjure images of gross fetishistic pornos with generic skill kill costumes, a gross amalgamation of all of East Asia, and an undertone of subservience. No. You're talking about manga and anime, right? And hentai and loli and yuri and all those other things. That's Japanese culture. Or occasionally you might have Korean style ones as well. They're specifically talking about Japanese culture. Sometimes they might have a gross amalgamation, but that's Japanese people doing that to other Asian cultures. Not white people. White people just buy the products. And even then, they probably aren't the biggest audience that these authors and illustrators have. So you just played yourself. That's not what a significant other should be, and honestly, that's not something you should ever think of another person as. Who does? That's fiction. That's not real. Those are illustrated cartoons. Real people don't get treated like that. This bullshit is annoying. It's a slap in the face of the people that I mentioned earlier on in the video, whose families were literally torn apart because of an attitude like this. But let's continue. Asian women are people, yes, we know, and they're not for your consumption. Duh, no. Then nobody's what? They're not a consumer product. Nobody treats them that way. They are not here to teach you their language or customs and fall in love alongside that. Wait, what? Hang on. So, do you want to be segregated? Why would I not want to learn Japanese or Korean, or fall in love with somebody because of stuff like that? To learn, to bond over learning languages and customs and being part of another culture. So segregation. That's what we should be. We should be segregated, but be in this multicultural society. No melting pot. Can you at least be consistent? They're not real life anime characters. Okay, look, stop the weeb shaming, okay? I know that I weeb shame, but I do it ironically, because I myself like anime and manga to an extent. This is ridiculous. You're attacking people based on what they like. You're attacking people based on the media that they like, because you are a racist. You are a segregationalist. And as you'll soon see when you see a picture of her and her little description, it's all projection. She wants to be treated this way. But let's continue. And they're not all good little sheltered girls. I never even said they were sheltered. I just said they were strong, smart, independent, and caring, and do all these other things. At least most of them are like that. You're not here to bring up this girl's wild streak. She's fine, thank you, and doesn't want you to parade her around like a trophy. Who gets paraded around like a trophy? And to be honest, some of them might be quiet and need somebody who's a bit more boisterous and more out there to bring that out of them. Everybody who's quiet probably needs a person like that, but I don't know. Here comes another tweet. Asian women are people and they're not for your consumption. She's just repeating herself. Blah, blah, blah. I understand that in the West, we have the disgusting narrative of the foreign Asian girl who acts as a catalyst for a white man's spiritual journey, but please, in real life, they're not here to grind on you under artsy pink lighting in an apartment in Japan. Let people have their fantasies. And it's not harming anybody. It's not harming the women either. And some of them are happy to play along. So, what? They're not going to lead you down busy Tokyo streets and smile enigmatically at you. And they're not a plot device for your sick story. Again, it's just all she's describing here are fantasies that most people probably don't have. And even if they do, it's not harming anybody. It's just a fantasy. The most harmful and frustrating stereotype of Asian girls is the docile geisha one. Geishas were not docile. These girls were assassins. If they needed to be. They were not docile. They put on the veneer of docile. Come on. What do I expect? It's a Chinese girl. She won't know about this shit. She's not Japanese. First of all, geisha are a Japanese thing, and I'm far more complicated than giggling entertainers. Yes, we know. Anybody who has a cursory knowledge of Japanese history knows this. And so what? It's just an archetype. It's an image. And it's sexy. Even Japanese men like it. Secondly, what the hell? I'm going to fight every single person that comes at any of my Asian girls with this mindset. Oh, collectivism. Oh, us Asian girls had to stick together even though all these cultures don't actually like each other. Koreans and Chinese and Japanese, Thai, who else, whatever, don't get along. Especially with the Japanese, who tried to conquer them all. But hey, whatever. Stick together. Asian sisterhood, right, guys? It just baffles me that anyone likes to exotify Asian women, and they exotify white men. But you don't seem to be complaining about that, do you? If our race is your kink, you better take a step back and reevaluate. No. Do you think it's our oppressive culture that attracts you? What, Asian culture? Wait, Chinese culture? Japanese culture? Korean culture? What? Are you saying that's oppressive? I mean, I guess the communist government is oppressive, but I don't think anybody would be attracted by that unless they were wanted to be oppressors themselves. Because you're not the white saviour for any Asian girl. You're more like an annoying demon. Oh, white people are the devil. Oh my god. Is Malcolm X alive in this girl's spirit? This is like the female Asian Malcolm X. Jesus. Are we beautiful, perfect goddesses? Because in my experience, that type of Asian fetishist has one ideal of beauty, and it's pale and skinny Asian girls with straight black hair and blunt bangs. Yeah, even in India, that is the ideal woman. And most of them don't look like that. At least in the north. In the south, they do. So, yeah. Even in Asia, that is what people like. And how they always seem to depict themselves as. But let's ignore that inconvenient fact. Asian girls, on the other hand, not like that at all. Yeah, we know. Not all Asian girls are like this. We know they're all individuals with their own personalities. I mean, there's a reason why there's a Japanese-style MGTOW movement. But, you know, let's go on. Not every Asian girl is going to be your cute little stereotype. Okay, are you gonna just repeat yourself? But we'll have to get through it. And honestly, the fact that these people are into the idea of innocent and prepubescent looking women is disgusting. Yeah, lowly is legal because these are just... These are people who are like 18 or over, but they look like little kids out. Who cares? Who cares? If they look young, they look young. There's not much you can do about that. Oh look, there's big Asian girls, dark Asian girls with monolids. I don't know what a monolid is. Asian girls who aren't girls. What, Asian girls who aren't girls? Do you mean the lady boys of Thailand? Trans people? Wait, what? Is that transphobic? Mixed Asian girls. Yeah, we know. We know. You're telling people who know this. But they have fantasies. Let them have their fantasies. You're telling an entire generation of Asian women that if they want to be beautiful, they have to be white, or they have to be one specific Asian, and that's not okay? No, they're not saying that. And it's funny because if anybody watches Louis Laveau's videos, it's SJWs who tried to make Japanese people white. But that's just too complicated to get into right now. And if one of the stereotypes for Asian girls is sexy, then there's a problem. Why would that be a problem? Oh wait, because spoilers, she's not sexy. They are not your sex objects. Yeah, we know. But can men just fantasize? Why is it that women can fantasize over people like Benedict Cumberbatch or Ben Affleck or anybody who's like a handsome, young, or hell, even George Clooney, he's old and he's still fawned on by women. But let's continue. You know, why is it that that's allowed, that's okay by you and your ilk, but I cannot do this to women? Even though it's not harming anyone, and I'm just having a fantasy. Don't look at them with eyes that analyse their bodies and equate them for vessels for your pleasure. Oh, so I can't do anything like that. I have to follow the Bible, one of the 10 Commandments. Don't covet them. Don't do what I have to do in order to, you know, procreate these people or to become attracted to these people. Don't look at them. So shall I just put them in a burqa then? Would that solve everything? Because this seems to be what you want. And growing up, all I knew from media about Asian women was that there were no rape, that they were there to rape and to romance. Yeah, media, otherwise known as, she hasn't watched anything like that, she's just pulling this out of her ass. I can't search Asian or Asian girl without porn popping up, and I swallow hard every time it happens. Well, maybe turn your filter off. Turn your filter on and you won't see that. Oh my god, you are ridiculous. In fact, I just searched Asian women on Google Images right now. I don't really suggest you do that unless you're one of those fetishists. Almost all of them are scantily clad, and I even see a gay shirt in her dress just covering her nipples, literally. So gross, yeah. And how much of that is actually Japanese porn, where they create that primarily for a Japanese audience? Yeah. Bullshit. They are not your overseas sex trade, the hypersexual foreign lotus. Asian women are not your chinky prostitute, schoolgirl, geisha, whatever the fuck you've deemed takes power away from them, gives to you. Yeah, you know, I get that. Everybody gets that. No, I don't think anybody's like this. They actually like the look of them, and they like the personality. That's the whole point. In fact, looks are one of the first things you see before you get attracted to other things. I can't believe this person is literally shaming people for being humans, for doing basic human things. Do not feed them your love and assume you're saving them from imaginary slights from their culture. Who's saying that? This isn't the 1500s. This isn't the 1600s, when Europeans would go down there and actually probably think that. This is the 21st century, where a lot of those cultures are westernized and they're very similar to us. Who are we saving them from? I mean, it's funnily enough, you get that with Arab women. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We don't get that with Chinese and Koreans and Japanese people. What? I think you're confusing all the different cultures, love. Fuck your fetish. Fuck your likes on social media. Screw your thoughts of talking over them, of their supposed subservience. Yeah, that's a bad stereotype. But there must have been a reason for that stereotype to exist, because maybe back then, in feudal Japan and feudal China, they were like that. Because social standards. I don't know. They're not like that now, I guess. Asian women are not your personal, real life knives chow. Okay. I don't know that reference. But basically, she's saying, fuck your feelings of attraction. I don't want you to have sex with my race. Go have sex with your blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryans or brunette people, whatever. Fine, if you want to self-segregate, go ahead. Don't come blaming me when nobody's attracted to you. Jesus. Look at this. See? she really does want people to die for this. And here we are. Here she is. Would you hit that? No, you wouldn't. Caressa Wong is a radical, non-binary Chinese American who dabbles in video, art and writing. If they're not lost in video games or getting sucked into some new project, then you can find them fighting Asian fetishists and reading post-colonial and intersectional meditations. Post-colonial, the social justice version of history. Even when I was being taught about it in history, it wasn't really taken that serious. So it really wasn't. It's just revisionism. And look, a non-binary who looks like a woman. Yeah, we can all see now, looking at her and that stupid little sulky grin, why she's made this. She's jealous. She's jealous of these women getting all that attention. She's jealous of not being able to get a man, let alone a white man. She wants that lovely relationship, but she just can't get it. And I think with that, I'll leave you to ponder on it. So, see you later.